with them the person who we always talk to, Mr. Ali Mirza. Mr. Ali Mirza, welcome to the program.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you for
Thank you
having
very
me.
much. And thank you very much once again for joining us, and because you always enlighten us about what's going on and what's going to happen. Would you like to tell us, before I go to my set of questions that I prepared for today's show, you've recently met somebody really important. Would you like to shed some light on it?
I'm not sure if it can be called meeting him, but it's just I was at a couple of events where Mr. Mamdani, Mayor-elect Mamdani, was, uh, it was his for his transition team, uh, and I was there, and we just like anybody else, just said hi, hello, and shook hand, and that's pretty much it. So because in those kind of gatherings you don't meet and get an opportunity to talk. So I would not call it a meeting, or I will not say that I met him. We just in a public event we just said hi, hello, and shook hands.
The type of spotlight Mamdani is in, I'm sure even that should have been considered an extremely important interaction in the sense that people try to grab every opportunity to see him and hear him. And I'm sure right now he has become a poster child for the upcoming election, the midterm election next year. What do you think? Will the candidates who are trying to align themselves with him will get more traction with the public, or people who are trying to distance themselves from him will get a better nod of approval from the ultimate deciders, who the voters?
Well, in terms of voters, the verdict is loud and clear, and people want affordability, and people do not want politics as usual. People want change, and somebody authentic and sincere, like Mayor-elect Mamdani, and they do not want the establishment to tell them who to vote for. They want to select their own candidates through the primaries, and that's why you see a lot of primaries are going to happen. A lot of candidates have announced their intention to run, and we can talk in detail. One of the prominent people who have said that they are going to run is the former comptroller, or the comptroller elect, actually, Brand, and he is running again for Congress.
Okay, and we should also bring in our conversation the most recent incident that it's still unfolding. It's a developing story. What happened in Sydney, and of course, New York is not new to security concerns. Do you think the incident, or the tragic incident in Sydney, might have it might have given birth once again to the conversation that kind of took a back seat, and homelessness took a more frontal view as far as the debate is concerned? Do you think what happened in Sydney might have brought back those security concerns and anti-Semitic sentiments that some people express very often?
Uh, I don't think so for the New York. I mean, some people who always talk will talk about it, and uh, try to paint it with a broad brush and point fingers. But those are the people who are already pointing the fingers and playing the blame game. Here are the facts. An incident took place in Australia, and the only person who dared to jump and intervene to protect the Jewish people who were being attacked and challenge the attacker. One of the attackers was a Muslim Australian, and he intervened and jumped over this attacker, grabbed his weapon, took it away from him, and forced him to leave the scene and go back. Of course, he's a civilian, so he did not shoot back at the attacker. He just took his gun away, but in the process, he got shot in the arm, and he's in hospital. I mean, people should look at the brighter side also. I mean, sad as it is that such an incident took place, and sad that so many people lost their lives, and so many people are injured and in hospital, and it happened on the first day of Hanukkah celebration. So it is sad, and it is very touching for all peace-loving people, whether it is Jews, Christians, or Muslims. I mean, I felt bad when I heard the news. I mean, I'm sad that this is like how I would feel if Muslim is attacked or there is an attack against Muslims uh, on the first day of Eid celebration. So it is a sad thing, it's a tragic thing, but at the same time, we should remember that it was a Muslim Australian who jumped and intervened. And as far as New York City is concerned, Mayor-elect Mamdani just met with a huge crowd of Jewish New Yorkers, thousands of them, Hasidic Jews. He met there, and they were very happy to see him. They enthusiastically received him, and people were happy and dancing and singing. And Mamdani was doing the same thing. He has a traditional Jewish hamaka on his head, and he was singing and dancing and happy with all the thousands of Jewish New Yorkers. So I don't think it will have anything uh, as such to change the perception or change the ground reality in New York City. Those who are talking and pointing fingers, they always talk. In the meantime, as you know, there was an attack at Brown University in Rhode Island. Uh, two people, student got killed, and so many got injured. There were three. There have been three attacks on different mosques and Islamic centers throughout America in the last uh, 2 weeks or so. So, unfortunately, we live in a very dangerous and terrible times, and a lot of people need mental health.
Indeed, indeed. And what happened, yes, what happened here in the United States and as well as in Australia, extremely tragic incidents. And as you mentioned, that hero, Australian authorities are now even saying that he saved many more lives. But the tragic incident that happened in Australia and, of course, here in the United States are extremely abhorrent, condemnable. Let's get back to New York. Now, what do you think? What specific challenges does Mayor Mamdani face in dealing with homeless encampments? Because this issue is always in the center of this debate when it comes to the issue of homelessness. And of course, the current mayor also has a position in on this issue.
Sure. I mean, this is becoming a burning issue because I mean, hey, in politics, you think that these are your agendas and you are going to focus on them. These are your priorities, but in politics, something happens and things change, and then you have to deal with a new issue. So this homelessness issue has come in the forefront for two reasons. Number one, uh, the winter weather is coming upon us today. We had a lot of snow in New York and the suburb area, surrounding areas of the New York City. Uh, like you said, you had the snow in Virginia also. So, I mean, cold weather is here. And the other thing is that there are two different approaches. One approach is to round up these homelessness and then homeless people, uh, and then take them there. Where? To a shelter for a couple of days, and then what? I mean, every administration has talked about homeless population in New York City. Every administration has uh, tackled this issue more or less the same way, uh, taking them off the street, but that has not solved the problem. Mayor-elect Mamdani's position, on the other hand, and so many advocates and human rights organizations, they say there have to be a permanent solution. There are two things. Number one, affordable housing. I mean, uh, where these homeless uh, people, unfortunately, who have no place to go, uh, will go after you keep them in a shelter for a couple of days. So you have to have affordable housing. That's the solution, a permanent solution. And number two, those who are homeless, a good percentage of that population is in need of mental sickness attention and medical attention. So those are the other issue. That is the other side of it. Uh, Mentally challenged people, what do you do for them? Where do you keep them? How do you provide for them? Because taking them off the street is only one step. What happens after that? And the third is our veterans who are uh, I mean, I get emotional sometimes talking about veterans. We shove them in these never-ending wars. These people, these veterans who give so much for the country, they come back and then they have nowhere to go in many cases, or no family, and the burden of being in the war, emotional toll. Uh, took their sanity, and those people are also in need of dire attention from the administration. So it has to be a comprehensive solution. All these three segments of the homeless population, those because who cannot afford, those because of their mental or physical sickness that they are unable to make a living, and the veterans who suffer and need our special attention. Just celebrating Veterans Day and going to the Veterans Day parade is not going to cut the mustard.
Indeed, it does not. We need some concrete measures. On this note, we'll take a short break, but please stay with us because on the other side, we'll talk about more challenges and expectations with Mr. Ali Mirza, who's our special guest. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to our program where we're talking about the performance and the challenges that lie ahead for the New York's newly elected Mayor Mamdani. All right, so the challenge that we are talking about, and of course, right now, the challenge that Mamdani's campaign is facing is, of course, setting up the transition team, and money is a big factor. Mamdani's team seems to be focusing, Mr. Mirza, on small donations. Do you think it's working for them, or they should also try to net some big donors?
Well, so far it is working very well, and I think he's doing that. There's a combination of small donations, which are online donations, and then there are events, big fundraisers, and we talked about this in the last program and the program before that, and the latest figure is 3.5 million almost that he has collected, and only 500,000 needs to be collected and raised to meet his target of 4 million, which he's very well on the way to do it. And some of those
You,
events
you,
took place yesterday in the New
yeah,
York
I mean,
City.
do you think the enthusiasm that was there to get him elected has somehow worn off? Or you still see that same level of enthusiasm for his transition?
People are very enthusiastic about the transition team and what is happening and what it means. People are still digesting. You mentioned of the events that I participated in yesterday. There were three events. One was for Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib and Congresswoman Summer Lee from Pennsylvania. And this was done as a favor because they supported Mr. Mamdani, and this is the time that they needed help. So one event took place in Jamaica at 12:30 p.m. Uh, and immediately after that, the other event took place in Astoria, where Mayor-elect Mamdani was there, and Rashida Tlaib and Summer Lee were there. And then the third event took place in Jackson Heights. And in all these events, hall was full. All three events had full houses. There was not empty seat, and people that I saw had come as far as California. I met a lady who came from Chicago. I met a man who had come from California, and then there were some people who came from Virginia and other parts of country, and Pennsylvania and New Jersey, uh, to give money to Mr. Mamdani's transition team and get a chance to see the man uh, who is a historical figure now already. So many, first that he has that he has achieved, that he would be remembered for a very, very long time just for that. The youngest mayor, the first South Asian mayor, the first Muslim mayor. So he's a historical figure.
Indeed,
He's a than life figure. There is no doubt about it.
indeed.
Uh, yes.
Indeed, indeed, and one of the landmarks that he had set himself, that he had set for himself, was raising $4 million for the transition team. Now, was the target only aimed at people from Pakistan, collecting money from the Pakistani and Bangladeshi diaspora, or there are other origins who are forthcoming and who are showing their willingness to contribute to the transition team?
No, it's everybody. It's not limited to Pakistani Americans or Bangladeshi Americans or Muslim Americans only, or even South Asian Americans only. It is a much larger, field of people that are contributing. Uh, Progressives, rich people, millionaires, multimillionaires, business owners, uh, fashion industry, entertainment industry, Hollywood, uh, black, brown, white. So no, it is not limited to any one person, and there's a lot of enthusiasm. At one event, at the last event, which was, of the three events that I participated in, at the last event, the line was like an hour long. Just to take pictures with him, and it was a very mixed crowd. Sikh Americans, Hindu Americans, white, black, brown, everybody was there.
And, I mean, his strategy, his communication strategy worked wonders during his campaign, and that helped him getting elected. Now, do you think he'll continue to focus on being seen as somebody who's delivering, as is said about justice, the justice should not only be done, but it should be seen to be done? So, in his case, would he like to be seen to be delivering, to be going from places from place to place, you know, showing that he's on the road, he's performing, he's in the trenches. It's not
He,
just the policy making,
he,
but his
def-
communication strategy.
yes.
Will they still put him there on the map?
He is doing that. I mean, he was at another child care center just last week, and he's meeting all segments of the population. Like I said, he was with the Jewish community. Thousands of them came out and enthusiastically supported him. They were singing, dancing, and having a good time. And they showed full trust on the Mayor-elect Mamdani. So, I mean, he is focusing uh, on all the issues that were like his top issues during the campaign by visiting, I mean, doing the fundraisers and then also going to the child care center, doing the fundraisers, but also going to meet the Jewish community, as he promised that he will be mayor for everybody and he will not only protect the Jewish Americans, but will cherish them. So he was there, cherishing their culture and being with them. Then all at the same time, he's talking to the press. He's uh, tackling the issues of like homelessness and how to solve that problem, the ICE attacks, and at the same time, his supporters are working very enthusiastically. Also, you talked about it. You asked me about the enthusiasm. Is it fading off? No, it is not fading off. There was just the other day there was online Zoom meeting, and about 700 people participated in. The group is called Our Time, and they are working to make sure that his agenda is implemented. There are candidates coming out for different positions. I mean, we had talked about in the first couple of programs, and I had said that Mamdani would need help in New York State Assembly, New York State Senate, in Albany, and in surrounding counties, and in Congress. And that is what we have seen. Rashida Taleb and Summer Lee were here working together with Mamdani and attending events and talking about the issues that they can work together. Then Mr. Lander, he has announced his run for Congress against a very pro-Israel and pro-establishment candidate for the Congress. Then there are so many people who are coming out and running for New York State Assembly. So yeah, the focus is you cannot even just all the time, even though your top issues were three or four, running the New York City is a lot more. It involves a lot more than just those three, four issues. So he's doing a good job focusing on transition at the same time. I
And
mean,
also dealing with the nastiness of politics. Let's I mean, we are literally in the last couple of minutes of the show, so let me ask you about this sour bitter reality of politics. What kind of obstacles is the outgoing mayor creating in Mamdani's way, and what is Mayor Mamdani doing to clear them away?
yes, well, some of the obstacles we talked about uh, that were created for Mamdani by outgoing Mayor Eric Adams in the past 3 weeks. We have talked almost every week of those last 3 weeks about the new obstacles, and now again this week also there is another obstacle created by Eric Adams. He has appointed somebody as the watchdog for the police NYPD. So on one hand, they have been saying that okay, keep Commissioner Tish, uh, uh, so to make sure that the crimes don't go up. She's very popular and she's bringing the crime down, and the whole points that are mentioned with to give her credit. And on the other hand, he has appointed a very strong watchdog person who will be questioning each and every action taken by the police department. So uh, I'm sure that Mamdani, like he said, that in the last couple of weeks, outgoing mayor can do whatever he wants. But then when I will take the office. I will review each and every action and will decide accordingly. So Mr. Mamdani has taken a very clear position, and I'm sure he's ready for it. Uh, we have to see who are the people that are going to be in his team. It's a vast team. There are so many vacancies to put. New York City has so many vacancies because, and there, it is always said that, oh, we cannot find the people to work, and now he has 70,000 or maybe even 100,000 resumes to fill those vacancies. So he's focusing on each and everything, working hard really, and it is showing on his
Many,
face.
many, many thanks, Mr. Ali Mirza. I'm glad you are so hopeful about his readiness, and I also hope that he lives up to the expectations that people have had as far as Mamdani's performance is concerned.
I'm
On
sitting on
that
it and
note,
praying.
yes, yes, you're absolutely right. On that note, I'd like to thank Mr. Ali Mirza for joining us on this chilly and extremely cold afternoon. And of course, to you who tuned in and watched us, please keep watching us. We'll be back with another topic in the coming days. Many thanks and keep watching us. Have a blessed day.